Hi, this is Josh from Aldi Reviewer, and today we are looking at the Ferrex 6-gallon wet dry vacuum. This is an Aldi find, which means you can only find it in stores for a limited time. Once it is sold out, you won't be able to find it again until it comes back. This is a product that tends to come back maybe once a year. It is, I'll say right off the bat, backed by a 2-year warranty that is serviced by one of Aldi's common service providers, so there is a little bit behind it. What I do not know is how much that warranty extends to things like filters and bags. It's always one of the things we run into with Aldi hardware kind of appliances is we don't always know, like with trimmers, in terms of the string, things like that, we don't always know how much it's easy to get replacement parts, so just be aware of that. But on the surface, at least, it does come with a decent amount out of the box. You'll notice, you can see here, I've got it mostly assembled. I am going to crack it open and show you a couple of things. I will mention this is a foam filter that comes with it. This is for if you need to wet vac, so that's there. I have it set up for dry vacuuming, and to get at it, it's really simple. You simply pop open the lid, you can pull it out. You can look inside there and see there's a couple of things. You've got the basket here where you've got the dry filter, and you'll also see the bag is down there for catching it. I have it setting up to suction. It does actually have both a suction mode and a blowing mode, so if you need to be moving things out of the way, you certainly can do that too. So it's actually fairly simple. The assembly wasn't hard. It did require a Phillips screwdriver because the wheels had to be screwed on, but everything else is pretty much, you just kind of click it into place. You've got the suction part here, you've got the blower here, and so you put this tube, which locks and unlocks. You put it in depending on whether you want to blow or whether or not you're looking for it to be a traditional vacuum. You'll notice that it's got, and I'll come around here and show it to you, it's got this attachment, and the attachment actually has this button which is supposed to control how much suction or blowing goes on when it's open. You've got this siphoning some of the air out of the way. It kind of does that. And then what you do is, like many other kinds of wet dry vacs, if you used a vacuum of any kind, including a wet dry vac, you know what you're getting here. You can attach it like this. I'll take one of pieces. And so now what you have is a fairly traditional wet dry vac. Turn it on. There's not much to it. The only other things that I'll notice, again, it's modular. It's got different kinds of brushes and attachments. It's got one of these, for example, that you can use if you're looking for an alternate way to vacuum things up. And it does, if you will look carefully here, you've got little divots in holding spots on the wheelbase where you can plug things in. The manual claims that you can store things on the appliance head, which is the lid, although the only thing I found was this, and it did not necessarily work like that, like it doesn't fit. So these have to go down here. Overall, I mean, it seems to do the job. It's, it's a wet dry vac. I've tried it out. The suction and the blowing seem to be pretty good. I haven't tried it with any liquids or anything like that, although I would imagine it does the job okay. With liquids, it also has a little drain down here at the bottom. So if you do get liquid and you need to drain out that liquid, you can do so by opening that spigot. So it's got all the features that you want in a wet dry vac, and my initial impression seems to be pretty promising. With anything like this, the big $1,000,000 question is, how long is it going to last? And we don't really know. Like I said at the beginning, it's got a 2-year warranty, and that's good. We'll kind of see. We'll be using this thing probably to vacuum out cars, take care of stuff in the basement. We'll be putting it to use. Hopefully we don't have it put it to use too much for the wet vacuuming stuff, because that usually is a bad sign. But certainly for dry vacuuming, it'll get plenty of use. We'll see how it holds up. We'll be updating our review on our website as we get some more time with it, but certainly out of the box, it looks like a decent kind of alternative if you're looking to get maybe a somewhat more budget model vacuum that's, you know, 6 gallons, has some horses to it. Again, this is the Ferrex 6-gallon wet dry vacuum, and it is an Aldi find.